What's going on, guys? Out here at the farm, kind of cruising around, checking out some of the fields on this beautiful evening. Thankfully, we have a couple good bucks in the bean field to the south here. So hopefully we can get some cameras out here and get a couple pictures of them, get a little bit more excited for deer season. But I just kind of want to touch base on a question that we get asked quite a bit, and that's how do we go about hunting out of state? Some people just haven't been able to experience it yet, so they are constantly asking us questions. But thing is, usually it's in a message or over text message or whatever it may be, and it's hard to cover all the basics of it. Even just like I said, even just the basics. There's so many of them. Then once you start digging into it a little bit more, but I try to answer just a couple quick starting point questions with it. But first things first, like I'd say, is figure out what state it is you want to hunt. Is it one where you have some sort of intel because someone's been there before? Do you know someone who lives there? Or is it just a state that you just want to go and hunt, that you want to go and experience and hunt? So like I said, figure out what state it is that you want to hunt. Next, I would say, hop on the DNR website, really dissect the rules and figure out all the rules and regulations that you need to know about it. Every state's gonna be different, but like some of them, even so, they may be over-the-counter tag. Others you may be have to apply for. I've had quite a few people who are like, oh, I want to go hunt Wyoming. Well, you got to apply for Wyoming. Usually, for where we hunt, it is we can apply for 1 year and then next year we draw. Unfortunately, not going this year, but hopefully next year we can make it out there. So yeah, like I said, over the counter, if you have to apply for it or not. Another thing too is some that you need to apply for that you can buy over the counter is the region specific. So make sure you figure out what region that you want to hunt first before, so that way you don't end up buying a tag for a different region and you're hunting in a different one. Last thing you want to be doing is going to get in trouble doing that. So like I said, dig into the rules and regulations, figure out everything you need to know about hunting in that specific state. Next thing I would say is start narrowing it down to where you want to hunt. Like I said, on the DNR websites, they have a ton of info on there. One good thing about it usually is they usually have some sort of survey of harvest per certain area, or what are some of the top counties for deer harvest, or whatever it may be. You can always kind of look into that too, and that might help you narrow it down where exactly you want to hunt. Going further than that would be trying to figure out where exactly do you want to hunt. Do you want to hunt private land? Do you want to try to gain permission on private land? Do you want to try to lease something, or hunt public? There's multiple options out there to try to find a lease. Hunting Lease Network, Basecamp Leasing, those are both great sites. They're constantly posting leases every week in multiple different states, so you have good odds on there. But next thing you can always try on Craigslist. I've had one of the best farms I've ever hunted, and Alex has ever hunted. We've both found on Craigslist, this being one of them. So you could try on there. Other than that, try knock on doors. That's how last year I gained permission out in Missouri knocking on a door. It's kind of hard. It's pretty hard to come by nowadays, but every once in a while you can find one and get real lucky. But some people find or leasing some ground or something like that just isn't in the financials for them, which is understandable. It's already expensive enough as it is by the time you buy your non-resident tag or anything. There's all your money and fuel, lodging, everything like that. So lease may not be in the financial option. So don't let that keep you from going and experiencing hunting out of state. There's multiple great opportunities on public land in multiple states. A lot of them have a ton of areas that you can hunt. Again, on the DNR website, usually you can find a list of all the public land areas that they have, how big they are, or whatever it may be. Once you narrow it down to that specific area that you want to hunt, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to dive in on our HuntWise app, and we're just going to dissect that area as much as we can. I pretty much want to be able to know what that place looks like before I even show up there, whether I'm looking at the aerial map, topo map, or even if you have an iPhone, you can look at the 3D mapping, which is a huge tool for me, being able to see the terrain change. Maybe be able to see, with the terrain change, how those deer are going to move. So it's a great tool for us that we love to have. Plus, too, it shows you all the boundaries on what may be public, what's private, or or even to help you, figure out whose doors to go knock on if you're trying to get private. So it's a great tool that we love using, and pretty much anytime that we're out of state, where our faces is buried in that phone looking at that app, if we're not hunting. So like I said, those are a couple base starting points for someone to look into. It's a huge subject for us to cover, and there's so many questions that people have. So what we're going to do is, if you got any questions like that, drop them in the comments. We're going to go through and we're going to pick out someone, and we're actually going to give away free subscription to HuntWise to someone. So like I said, drop a comment in there. If we get enough of them, what we'll do is we'll probably do a Rise video cast where we got a little bit more time, and we can answer some of the specific questions that you guys have, hopefully, basing off our experiences that we've had. So it's like I said, we're no experts, but we've been fortunate enough to be able to hunt in multiple different states. So we've been lucky enough to where we have been able to harvest in multiple states too. So we'll do whatever we can to answer your question, help you in any way that we can. But one thing I'm going to say is just when people ask me is don't even think about it, just make it happen. So like I said, drop the comments. Hopefully maybe you can win a subscription to HuntWise, and then hopefully maybe we can answer some questions a little bit better for you guys.
If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.